Hi, everybody. Welcome to English 2575, also known as Technical Writing. I'm Jacqueline Blaine, your instructor. Excuse me. And I know it says Donna on CUNY first, but it's my first name and I go by my middle name, and CUNY won't change it. So that solves that little mystery before we get started. So this is our homepage that you're sitting on, is the announcements page right now. And I wanted to do a couple of things with these. They're going to be two videos. You won't see them in this video, but they will be on the page when you log in. And this first video is just sort of welcome to the class. I want to walk you through the website, talking a little bit about the class itself. And then the second video, because I don't like to go on too long in any one video, I'll talk about the tools we'll be using, how to access them, and what the first set of assignments is all about. So let's get started with this one. What is technical writing anyway? Well, it's pretty much almost any writing when you're trying to convey information that you have an expertise in and other people don't. So whatever field you're going into, you're probably going to be dealing with some kind of technical information anyway, whether it's computers, engineering, HR, social sciences, any kind of sciences. It's got its own sort of language. Now, how do you talk to each other within that profession and then people also outside that profession, like to clients or supervisors who don't have your technical knowledge, right? So a technical writing class is sort of, at least this one is sort of set up to think about audience and think about context and think about what you want to say and the best way to say it. So let me share my screen here, and I apologize. I have all kinds of allergies, which is nasty. So here's the homepage. Obviously, you know that because that's where you are watching this. See, I don't have the videos here yet. This announcements page, the homepage, is where you will always come first, right? When you land, it's here. Then everything goes on here. Assignments, announcements, interim information, all kinds of stuff goes on this announcements page. So always check this, always go ahead and check it first. Although I do put the most recent thing up here at the top. So this has got week 1, which I'll come back to in a minute. The second tab is important. It's the schedule for the whole term. Now, briefly, our week runs from midnight Wednesday to the next midnight on Wednesday. I mean, we're starting on Thursday, so that's kind of going from Thursday to Wednesday. Makes it simpler that way. The term ends on a Wednesday, so I just went ahead and did it that way. There'll be new weekly videos available on Thursday mornings. There'll generally be 2 assignments due in the week. That's just to kind of keep you on track and keep you from doing everything all at once. Sundays at the end of the day and Wednesdays at the end of the day. And I'll go through this. I'm not going to go through all this. You can look at it yourself. What I will typically do is copy the week's, that's my dog, the week's assignments, and put them on the announcements page for you. So you don't really have to come over here, but it's here if you need to. Course info, this is the syllabus, which I'm going to talk about more later, but it's got the usual syllabus stuff, assignments and course grades, my policies. Don't turn in stuff late. I got too much to do, and so do you. You don't fall behind. I can't take attendance. So participation just means doing the work, right? And getting involved in the team projects that we'll be working on at the end of the term. That's my dog. Okay, and some other stuff, university policies. One thing about attendance about this class, the only way to really fail this class is just disappear. So stay in touch if something's going on. Because I use Slack, it's really easy to find me. You probably nothing will happen to you that I haven't run into before. I had a guy who disappeared for a week and he was in jail. It was pretty interesting, but then he let me know as soon as he got out and he got caught up. So it's, I'm pretty easygoing about that stuff. So that's the syllabus. Here's contact info. These are my City Tech emails. I do have conference hours, Wednesday 1 to 2 and 5 to 6, although I'll meet with anybody anytime. If you have a question, you're worried about something, you can't quite figure out what the assignment is, just drop me a message in Slack and we'll meet. Okay, it's pretty simple. And here's the Zoom link for that. Let's see what else is on here. This is the Google Drive. This is where all of your stuff gets submitted. All right. So there is a there's a folder for everything. So for each one of the projects, and inside it sometimes there'll be nothing in there. There will be things when each of these folders, information that you may be using. Like, I don't think, yeah, this has got a bunch of stuff in it already. This is for the end of the term. Don't sweat it. Nothing to worry about at the moment. But the Google Drive is where things get done. Now, if you want to do something like do a draft here, if you don't know how to do Google Docs, it's either you can upload a file or you can create a new Google Doc and write it in the folder. Okay, so I'll go back over that again when we get there, but I'm assuming most people know how to use Google Drives and Google Docs and all that kind of good stuff. So that's just the way that is. And these are this units is the 4 units that we'll be doing. We'll start with a 500-word article summary, and guess what? We're going to be using AI, ChatGPT, Claude, Poe, whatever. There's a bunch of them out there, Bard. And I figure since the technical writing world uses AI to do things like creating summaries and organizing material, there's no reason not to talk about it and use it. So we'll be playing with that for the first one. The second one, this extended definition, is actually a little article that you'll be writing about how to do something for a website called How Stuff Works. And my students really enjoy this assignment because you get to show off what you know and make it look cool. The third one is an instruction manual or user documentation, which we do all the time. We're always telling people how to do stuff. So this is just a more formal way to look at it. And then the last one is a team project where you and a group of people will come up with a problem in the community or a problem that companies or firms face. And you're going to propose a solution to that company, that firm, that organization. You're going to create a website for them. You're going to have a proposal about what you are, about the solution you're proposing for their problem. There'll be a presentation. All that stuff will be housed on a website that you can make using OpenLab, which I'll show you how to when we get there, because it's really easy. Or you can make your own website. I've had people, who create websites. That's what they do, and so they just create another one. So that's okay. That's whatever you want to do, but don't sweat it. This is all about. I have systems, things built in for that, so that people can be held accountable. And it's a really good system and it works really well. And it's all about teamwork. So we'll talk about that. And then over here are tutorials and resources. This is for stuff for this class specifically, like if you're going to use, how to make a post on OpenLab. There's some things that I have to take out that are not there. This is college resources, like advising and, student help desk, that kind of thing. Then this is for OpenLab help if you need help with OpenLab. It's the same thing for those of you who just joined OpenLab. It's pretty much exactly the same place you've already been that shows you how to join OpenLab. So that is everything on here. There's a couple things here. Here's another quick link to the Google Drive. This procrastination station is a really cool thing that the English department started doing recently. If you find yourself going, well, I just don't get things done. I'm just, it's just, I'll procrastinate like crazy. This has got all kinds of really time tips and lots of fun stuff. Like if it's not relevant, I don't understand what professor wants me to do. You click on that and it gives you some advice, on how to deal with things, right? Start your timer. So this is really quite a wonderful site. I don't know where to start. I'm bored. Yeah, it's college. I'm overwhelmed with distractions. If, like me, you have ADHD, this is life, this is the way things go. So this one's really good for dealing with that stuff. So that's what that link is for on the site. Perusal, I'll talk about in the next video, but that's where all our readings are housed. And then there's my conference hours. The other thing you need to know on here is this is the grade book, the course grade book, which is not set up yet because nobody signed up yet. So, but I'll get there. So you'll check your grade on the grade book. I think that's it for this one. So I'm going to stop this now, and oops, and my screen always goes blurry when I do that. So I'm going to stop this one. I'm going to start the next one, and I will see you down below.